This is Otabor. We are made in Africa.
This is my story. This is my song, praising the Savior all the day.
You, are you what?
Yes, I am, sir.
She poisoned your father!
If there is anyone you want to blame for all this, blame him.
You are a smart and intelligent woman. That's what I loved about you. But right now, my entire spirit totally rejects you, and I can't be blamed.
I saw the way that you treated Donso. I saw how you raised him into a fine man. I hoped that you would do the same for me.
I am your mother, so you listen to me. I don't want you near her. I don't want you to hold her hands, and you will not comfort her. I forbid you to.
You forbid me? Who says that?
I do. Educate! Oh my God! Nancy! Don't do this! Educate!
My name is ZACK ORJI. I'm an actor, and I'm on the set of Deep Blue Sea, an Mnet original film, a Hit Factory ICI production.
What's that fun? You don't understand. You don't even want to kill Ebola.
My name is Charles Ujomu. I'm an actor, and I'm on the set of Deep Blue Sea.
And then you just smile on it. Maybe like a 2-second, the reaction switches.
And the name of my character is Dr. AGK.
My name is Idechukuma Innocent, but I go with the brand name One Soul Films under the company Hit Factory ICI Productions. I can remember very well that beautiful afternoon. I was about to take a flight back from Abuja to Lagos. I had a meeting in Abuja, and I was running back to Lagos to do another one. I can remember as soon as I got into the plane, my phone rang. Like who was calling me? And then I missed the call. A few minutes later, the phone rang again while I was in the plane, and the plane was about to take off. I'm like, you know what, let me just take this call. They're like, everybody sit up, put the fasten your seatbelt. In my mind, I was like, I'm not going to miss this call for the second time. So I picked it, and then it was Madam Matinuke's voice I heard. He said, is this Mr. Innocent? I said, yes. So my name is blah, 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 blah from African Magic. I was like, okay, what have I done? And then she said, we would like to work with you. I was like, oh, thank God I picked this call. So we spoke briefly, and that started my movie commissioning relationship with African Magic, even if I had been producing content for them and they've been buying my content, but it became my the beginning of, you know, a higher level of the kind of relationship we would have, where they have to give me funding for me to go make a film for them, and I felt very honored and privileged. And then I pitched a couple of scripts to them, which they ended up picking two. One of them is, of course, the film we're talking about now.
He had an extramarital affair with a woman which produced a child, a girl child. And They were suffering from some kind of abandonment until something happened, and the woman was at the point of death. Eventually she passed away, and he felt it was his responsibility to...
Close up shots, take one, scene 30. Action!
I wasn't thinking about that.
And what were you thinking of?
take custody of his daughter and raise her under his roof. That's where the problem started.
And action.
My name is INI Edo. I played the role of Udwak in the movie titled The Deep Blue Sea.
I could feel the disappointment in his voice.
First, you have to promise me. You have to promise me that you're going to soak it all in like a sponge and not act on it and not do anything.
But thank you. Kineke is in heaven. He sees us. So by the time he pulls you, good evening.
I'm asking you, are you Dwak?
Yes, I am.
So why did you do it? Why did you do it?
I've been having some high level of visual interpretations, how I wanted to interpret my films, in terms of how I wanted to shoot each scene in my film. And after I read Deep Blue Sea, I said, yes, this is it.
Do a 360, you understand? On all of them. As they go, you just follow them for back. This is the shot. We got to grow.
I wanted to grow from the level of being a filmmaker that takes shots with his track and dollies and the sliders into the filmmaker that will take his shots with the Ronin and the drones. So when I read Deep Blue Sea, I said, yes, my Ronin and my drone, it's time for you to get to work.
So you do 360. You understand? You do 360. Round on there. Drone, they do your own motion shot. Am I making sense?
But the risk there was, it was going to be the first time I would take shots like that. So it was a production risk. But of course, I didn't tell my African Magic people. They probably would say, no, don't use our film for experiment.
I play Nonso, who is the son of Dr. Ejike, Mr. and Mrs. Ejike. Nonso is a soon-to-be doctor.
But if you just come in and then you just come here and stand, we don't know what we're doing.
And what made it even more painful was the fact that this girl was born at a time when she hadn't been able to give him a child. So it looked like, I mean, she was, I don't know, inadvertently being punished for not being able to give him a child. That's why he looked elsewhere.
On action, right? Silent, please, I'm walking. On action, right? Let him get, be coming down, but don't come too fast. I'd like him to get so he can catch you. You understand? So when you get here, you just, so you can just have him coming down.
But, you know, I said, well, if I try these stunts and it doesn't work, whatever, I will take the cost of shooting it again. But then that makes you, because production is about taking risk, that makes you who you are. Being a director is about taking risks. No matter what it is, take the shot. If it's good, it's good. If it's bad, it's bad. Just take it.
Why would you do that? You get me? So let's do one more role, please. Oh, yeah.
When I got the script, I'm usually very particular about the quality of scripts that I want to be associated with. First of all, it was a very relatable story.
Roll number 10, scene number 60. Take 1. Action.
Nonso is the kind of person that won't sell anybody out, because as we see in the story, he decides to confess that he poisoned his father when everyone knows he didn't, and he was willing to take the fall for that because he won't sell out his mother, and he won't stand by and watch his only sister go to prison for something that she didn't do.
Purchased of God, born of the Spirit, washed in His blood. This is my story.
You know, I perceived an act of unforgiveness, which I feel like is a major factor amongst us as humans.
Join me on the ground, though.
Yeah, when you talk, you go to the ground. Yes. Remember.
Yes, ma, I will see you. Then we'll not finish the deep lines on the
then she will now come and meet you and sit with you.
Okay.
You understand what she's saying? What he's saying? He will say his line to the point where he feels so pained, and then he will just sit on the floor. And maybe doing his head like this. So when you come, you're coming straight to sit on the floor beside him too. You're not looking at his face. It's just side by side, having a conversation. You understand? All right. It's good. I like it. So everybody, let's go. Action. Casting for the film, I grew up watching the likes of ZACK ORJI. At the time I was growing up watching ZACK ORJI, I never even thought I was going to be a filmmaker. So at the point I became a filmmaker, I said he was one of the people I was already looking out to, to work with in the future. And it was such an honor. And then I put a call across to him myself. I said, sir, my name is Innocent, and then I would like to work with you. And then we started talking. I sent him the script. As soon as I got back to Nigeria, we met, and then deal was signed. And then I also got in touch with INI EDO. INI EDO happens to be a member of my church. We talked about it. I sent her the script. She read it. She liked it. And then the amazing SHAFFY BELLO. I've worked with SHAFFY BELLO in about, I think, 2 of my projects. So I already knew SHAFFY BELLO was the ish. She's such an interesting person to work with. But for INI EDO, beautiful actor she is, ZACK ORJI, a legend, acting legend or actor legend he is. I was looking out to work with him and learn something new from him. So the first day on set was pretty much beautiful. He came, everything looked good, everybody was set, and then we rolled tape.
One intense scene that I really enjoyed doing was the scene where I had to tell my son about my terminal disease and his reaction. His reaction was quite interesting because he was a trainee medical doctor, so he understood the proportions of what I was telling him. He understood the magnitude of what I was conveying to him. It was an intense scene for me because of the way he reacted when he got the information that I was suffering from ALS.
We're going to fight Ebola right now. We fought it in real life in this film. We shut it down.
The other intense scene was my confrontation with my wife. In the bedroom, I confronted her. All of these things had been happening, but this was the point where I actually confronted her with all the things she had been doing, all the poisonings that she had been, inflicting on me all through. I am wondering what it is that somebody can do to you that you would want to kill the person, especially when you are a spouse to somebody. So I remember very well the fact that none of us is without some infirmities here and there. So for you to be very judgmental to the point that you want to take somebody's life for a wrong that the person did to you more than 26 years ago, it was really intense. It simply showed that she had a spirit of deep unforgiveness and bitterness that she was harboring all through, and that she was pretending all through the years that she had forgiven him.
I would say the scene I loved the most was one of the last scenes of the movie that I shot. I'm an actor who believes a lot in the depth of each scene. And there was a scene that Auntie SHAFFY and I did, which was a reconciliation scene that was very emotional. It was very deep for me. It went beyond just saying your lines. To me, I felt kind of really connected to the scene. And yeah, artistically, that happened to be one of the realest scenes that I shot in the film.
One scene particularly that I really enjoyed was with my mom, where when I found out that she was the one who poisoned my dad and had to decide on how best to handle the situation.
It just reveals an aspect of the human character and still brings us to what Shakespeare said, that there is no art to find the mind's construction in the face. She was pretending all along, and I didn't know it. I thought I had been forgiven.
Uncle Zach happens to be, one of our veterans. I've worked with him quite a couple of times. So it was yet another opportunity to be, reunited with him. Of course, he's a great personality. We had so much fun on sets.
My favorite scene would be one of those, like I said, Deep Blue Sea was that project that I wanted to use to express myself from a different perspective when it comes to filming. And then there's this particular scene that actually really allowed me to do that. That would be the scene where Charles was outside. He came out in the morning. He's previously, the night before, he found out that the mom was actually the reason for all the trouble in the house. He was really heartbroken. So he came out in the morning, heartbroken, broken man, eyes filled with tears, lost for words. He didn't know what to say. But I wanted to capture that because for me, when someone is heartbroken, when somebody is down emotionally, it's like the whole world is going around that person. So I wanted to express that with my camera angles in a way whereby I can take my world around him with my camera. So I had him walking, and then I had the camera going 360 around him with the drone shots also. And then I had the mother come from up, and they both sat down, and they had this amazing emotional mother and child moment. That was really. I was shooting that and I was feeling it. I felt that moment, and And the truth is, I'm so glad that when we took it on post-production, it actually did come out. It came out exactly the way I wanted.
A woman can change. You don't know how a woman can change until she is put under pressure.
For me, as a filmmaker, I take every project, every script that I get, I take them very serious. I put in same work, same attitude. I give it my best. And I try to bring each and every one of them to life from different dimensions. And I have been able to do different projects and finish them, and at the end of the day, they make the mark for me. And I think that's why the African Magic family decided to contact me and employ me to bring visual interpretation to whatever scripts they have. So I am privileged. I feel honored. I feel blessed. I am humbled. I look forward to doing much more challenging, bigger projects with the African Magic family.
Scissors is coming up.
Action.
I thoroughly enjoyed working with the crew. From the very top, the directors, Ide Innocent of One Soul Films. He's a young man who knows exactly what he wants in every particular scene, and he has a very pleasant disposition, jokes with everyone, makes you feel at ease while he's working with you and then getting out of you the treatment that he wants for the story. So I really enjoyed working with him, and I think I look forward to working with him again on some other productions. You never know. In this business, you get to meet one director many times. I am very sure that he has the same kind of cordial relationship with his crew, because I saw it.
So ZACK ORJI came on set. We met for the first time, the second time, and then we spoke, and then we analyzed his character again, and then we started filming. The truth is, he never came short of what I expected. ZACK ORJI will always be ZACK ORJI.
I also enjoyed working with one young man called Richard Abagana, who was the production manager as well as the script supervisor. He had this thing about him. Whenever you were on set and you wanted to take your line and you looked at him, you would just get confused. I don't know how he did it. But it was he was like Quicksilver everywhere at the same time. He is a very energetic young man, and I think he's going to go very far in this business.
INI EDO brought her A game. She stopped doing film for a while, so my script was one of the first she picked up after she got back, and I think we bonded. We kind of bonded, and she interpreted her role. She was amazing as a person. SHAFFY Bello too was there to do her thing. And each and every day we were overcoming each challenge that is coming.
Theater scene where we have to operate on somebody. Deep Blue Sea movie. We have a Ebola doctor.
Innocent, the director, it actually happens to also be the first time I got to work with him. We happened to worship in the same church, and I met him, and he's quite an enthusiastic young man. When he told me about the story, I was excited. I looked forward to it actually, and he sent me a couple of scripts. I'm like, okay, there's something different about him. His style of storytelling seems to be very up to date. It's very today, if you know what I mean. And then of course he's very today, and even technicals. And this is like, he's the new Nollywood, I'd like to say. It's the revolution. It's part of the revolution of the new industry, or where Nollywood is going to. In other words, yes. So he's quite a talent to look out for. It's one of those ones who I believe has such a very vibrant and future in the industry. That is one of those that we should really look out for.
I want to say a very big thank you to everybody in the African Magic House or African Magic Company who has created a platform to give young filmmakers like myself the opportunity to help them break boundaries. So on behalf of my company, I want to say a very big thank you to Madam Adiza. I want to say a very big thank you to Madam Atinuke. I want to say a very big thank you to Tunde Onokoya. You've been a good friend. And I look forward to doing so much more. I wish I knew everybody's names over there, but those people that I don't know personally that just decides to bless me because of, my work. I say a very big thank you. And Deep Blue Sea, it's just going to be the beginning of greater and beautiful things to come from Hit Factory. I want to say a very big thank you to my director of photography. I've known him for over 10 years, and I'm proud to always say it, that I've known him for over 10 years. Home and abroad, I've been able to break boundaries with him, and he's that guy I can have on set, and I'm chilled, and I'm like, yeah, we're ready. and when he's not there, I don't feel like we're ready. But he was there from the beginning to the end. We had a lot of challenges, though, challenges that we shouldn't bring on tape, but we pulled through those challenges. So in Bulgaria, I want to say a very big thank you. And to my cinematographer and light man, Kelvin. Kelvin is also been there. I mean, these are young. There's nothing like when you're young, like myself, and then you have young creative people around you who are looking forward to breaking boundaries and breaking barriers. So we are just young people, and there's a lot of things we want to bring into the table, and we look forward to doing all of that. I want to say a very big thank you to Henry. We call him H-Crown. He's also one hell of a guy. He was there. The production manager, Mr. Abagana, Richard Abagana, also, he held it down for us. Quincy was there as a production coordinator. Omena Daniels was also there. Yinka was there, the business manager. Everybody was on top of their game. It's not about me just being the director. There are so many people that worked, in the background to make sure I was fine, I was comfortable, and the job was being done. The location manager, the people that gave us the locations, and everybody who was there, the hospital, the welfare people, the makeup person, everybody. From my humble self, I want to say a very big thank you. My name is Idechukuma Innocent, and you're watching Deep Blue Sea. God bless you. See you on the other side.
Heat Factory ICI.
This is my story. This is my song, praising the Savior all the day.
You? Are you the one?
Yes, I am, sir.
She poisoned your father.
If there is anyone you want to blame for all this, blame him.
You are a smart and intelligent woman. That's what I loved about you. But right now, my entire spirit totally rejects you, and I can't be blamed.
I saw the way that you treated Donso. I saw how you raised him into a fine man. I hoped that you would do the same for me.
I am your mother, so you listen to me. I don't want you near her. I don't want you to hold her hands, and you will not comfort her. I forbid you to.
You forbid me? Who says that?
I do. Educate! Oh my God! Nansa! Don't do this, Educate!
This is Otabor. We are made in Africa.